Hey everyone. For today's video, I want to talk to you about the importance of learning how to use social media in a healthy way. Now, I remember when I first got out of high school and I was in junior college, I had the really nasty habit of comparing myself to what everyone else was doing. And I used social media as the way for finding out what other people were up to. Now, this is an incredibly unhealthy habit, and I thankfully was able to realize that somewhat quickly and address it. But you don't want to find yourself using social media to compare yourself to others, as that's only going to disempower you. And at the same time, you're comparing yourself to everybody's highlight reel. Because think about it, they're not going to post their bad days because they're not going to get any likes. So they're showing you all the best things that are happening in their life. They're going to show you when they just got a new job, when they are getting into a new relationship, when they just bought a new car, or they're starting a family, or whatever it may be. They're only going to show you the best days of their life. So if you compare yourself to that, that's incredibly unfair to you because you know that your bad days, but they don't. So you're only comparing yourself to other people on their best days. But we all know that nobody has every day being an amazing day for them. We're all going to have our days where we feel down and out, but nobody posts about that. So don't fall into the trap of comparing yourself to other people on social media. Now, what actually worked for me is in junior college, I actually went through my Facebook and deleted a lot of people that I never spoke to and that I didn't really care about. Or I would unfollow them but remain friends so I wouldn't see their posts anymore. Because that helped me just work on my self-esteem. I stopped comparing myself to other people because I didn't see what they were up to anymore. I had no idea. And it was better off that way. I mean, think about the way things were 30, 40 years ago. Everyone was a lot happier and had higher self-esteem because there was no way to constantly compare yourself to others. There was no social media. The only way you would end up comparing yourself to others would be when you ran into them on the streets. And then you'd say, hey, how are you doing? Blah, blah. They'd tell you if they're starting a family, that whole deal. But now you can literally compare yourself to other people on a daily basis. That's horrible. So if you find yourself doing that, I urge you to either unfriend people or unfollow them, or just delete the apps or stop using them as much. Do whatever you need to do to get a hold of that habit and not let it control you. And when it comes to Instagram or YouTube or other things like that, I highly urge you to use them in ways that actually empower you. Don't get lost mindlessly scrolling through content or watching videos just to pass the time. Instead, consume things that uplift you, that make you better, that help your self-esteem. And don't focus on what other people are up to or things that are negative or that disempower you. I mean, in my own life, I can tell you I do not follow the news or anything like that. Because when I used to do that all the time and consume that content, it made me really negative. And I started realizing that and said, hey, I don't want to give that kind of power over me. So I don't follow the news at all really anymore. I get bits and pieces here and there, but only enough to be aware of what's going on. And then after that, I just move on to things that I want to pay attention to. Things that help me rather than depress me. So if anything, I hope you start being more conscious of the way you use social media. Don't let it kind of run your life. Instead, be aware of your habits on it, and any of them that are more negative or that bring you down, change them and start doing things that will uplift you instead. It'll change your life, I guarantee it, because it did that with me. Anyway, I hope this video helped you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci.